San Antonio wins at 108-85, their first back-to-back win since December. And for the record, Powell is now 17-10 all-time head-to-head against Mark. There is that. How can you evaluate the Spurs until you see Kawhi Leonard on the floor on a regular basis?
Yeah, it's tough because they've had a lot of moving parts too, him being the biggest one, not being in the lineup, not being out there. You know, we've seen other guys step up. LaMarcus has played great, another all-star year for him. But it's tough to evaluate them amongst the other elites in the West if he's not out there playing. So, of course, all of us that want to see everybody healthy and whoever comes out the West comes out the West, who can dethrone Golden State Warriors. They're always at the top of the list. But when he's not out there, they're not going to beat the Golden State Warriors.
Right.
They're not going to beat the Houston Rockets without him out there. So it's hard to evaluate them.
I think the one thing for me that I look at when you watch San Antonio right now is in the absence of Kawhi, they're almost like a young team that you're trying to judge on the growth of their young players because Pop is really force-feeding these guys an awful lot. And Jonte Murray has responded very well to it of late.
Very well.
He's averaging 9 points, 7.5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals in the last 7 games. He's really starting to come on, and they need him to do that. They're going to need him even if they have Kawhi because this isn't a team with the depth of scoring. And again, we talked about it earlier with Kemba Walker. Maybe that's a destination because of the LaMarcus Aldridge connection. But I wouldn't be surprised if San Antonio goes out and actually tries to do something significant here because if Kawhi is going to come back healthy, they're still going to need a lot of help.
And they have struggled offensively. How curious, and I know you're not doctors, obviously, but you know how the league works and you know how treatment works. How curious has this quadriceps tendinopathy thing been with Kawhi Leonard for you from the outside looking in?
I think it's been curious simply because they got Tony Parker through a very similar injury.
Right.
And unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, in Kawhi's situation, it was not surgically repaired. And I think that's really been a big part of the problem. It's not the same type of thing. It's almost like when you have the plantar fascia and you want it to just tear. They might have been better off if this thing was surgically repaired.
Interesting.
Right. And they're missing Rudy Gay, too.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing for me is, how severe is it? I don't know.
I don't know because he missed the first 27 games and then he
Right.
came back for a little bit. He had a shoulder thing and now he's out indefinitely.
Back out again. Yeah.
And you just because they're the Spurs, you don't get a lot of information out of them anyway. But in the meantime, we're just kind of left to wonder. I don't know. Is he coming back? Is he coming back soon?
They need him, though.
He'll just be in the lineup one of these days.